Hello, Aries. Welcome back to Clarity Tarot. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope you're doing really well and that you are excited for today's reading. So, we are going to be doing your 2022 year ahead reading. We're going to be looking at 10 different energies for the year ahead. We're going to be looking at the overall energy of your year, the way that you are personally going to show up in this year. We're going to look into your finances, your friends, your home and family, your fun and romance life, your health and wellness, your relationships, your career, your business, everything. So if you would like to get a sneak peek at what your 2022 is going to look like, then go ahead and keep on watching because we are going to get started right now. So let's look into the energy of the year for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What does Aries need to know about this year? What does Aries need to hear? Most important messages for Aries in 2022. All right, let's go ahead and cut the cards here, and then we're going to lay them out one by one, and we'll get into all of them. So, Aries, the overall energy of your 2022, we've got the Four of Swords. So I really like that. This looks like this is going to be a year of rest and reflection for you, which maybe is well needed. Maybe you've had a last couple crazy years, and this year you're going to be able to rest a lot more. So how you're going to be showing up this year, we have the Three of Swords, okay? So you're a little bit of a heartbreaker this year. It looks like, honestly, what I'm getting is that you're just putting boundaries up, and it feels like you're prioritizing yourself, and you're prioritizing your needs and your wants, and so certain things are going to have to take a back seat in your life. So I actually really like that. Your financial energy this year, look at that. We've got the Two of Pentacles. So it looks like you're going to be balancing a couple of things. You might have a few things going on, like maybe you're starting a business, but you're also investing, or maybe you're having like two businesses that you're balancing, or you're balancing two different responsibilities, but this looks really good. For your friends and social life, we've got the Page of Pentacles. So it looks like you've got some new, really solid friends coming in this year. For your home and family life, we've got the Judgment card. So some of you guys could be making a decision to move. And this could be like your forever home that you're moving to. In your fun and romance, we've got the Five of Pentacles. So this might not be a very fun year, but it definitely looks like it's going to be a prosperous year for you. In your health and wellness, we've got the Six of Swords. So it looks like you're going to be moving away from any unhealthy health habits and moving towards a more harmonious health life. So that's actually really, really nice. For your love and relationships this year, we've got the Strength card. So it looks like you're having to be strong when it comes to your relationships, and we'll find out why that is. In your career and business life, we've got the Ten of Swords. So it looks like something's coming to an end in your career and business life. And the outcome of the year, we've got the Two of Swords. So you start off with the Four of Swords and end with the Two of Swords. So this is a very interesting year here, Aries. Bottom of the deck, we've got the World. Okay, so the undertone of the whole year, so as the months go on, as things happen, really what this year is trying to do for you, the intent of the year for you is to help you to bring your life full circle, okay? So I feel like you've been on a journey and you have been learning a lot on the journey, and now it's time for certain lessons of the journey to come to the end. Okay, some of the things you've mastered, you've learned, and you don't need to learn them again. So it's time to complete some cycles here, and I see a lot of that. I see a lot of cycles completing. I see you getting a lot of rewards for the areas of your life that you've been successful in. It looks like the universe is going to be rewarding you. The areas of life that you need a little bit of help in. It looks like the universe is going to be helping you, but helping you in a way that maybe feels a little different. Underneath this, we've got the Two of Cups as well as the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay? So relationships are a big theme this year. So there's going to be certain very key relationships that you develop in different areas of your life. Especially looks like the Page of Pentacles here. It looks like you're going to have really important friends coming into your life. I see that here with the Six of Swords. It looks like there's going to be someone that maybe you get like a personal trainer this year, or a really good naturopath or a good doctor that can help you with your health and wellness. Five of Pentacles here in your fun and romance. It looks like there's going to be someone that you're kind of going through a struggle with, but it could be the same Page of Pentacles person, but it does look like even if you are going through challenging things this year, you're not doing it alone. I definitely see that here. You're not doing, this isn't a year where you're by yourself. You have people with you to help you, because it looks like something is manifesting in your life. With the Ace of Pentacles, something big is manifesting in your life. It's like you're being given a responsibility this year. I saw that here with the Two of Pentacles. It looks like maybe you're being given a lot of responsibility this year. That initially maybe doesn't amount to a lot, but down the line, it makes you very abundant. So this kind of feels to me like a delayed gratification year for you, where you're going to have some really big opportunities, but they're going to be off in the distance. And it's going to require you to put in work and be patient and trust the process in order to reap your rewards. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I think the best thing I'm already getting from the reading is delayed gratification. Now, Aries, you know that you are the first sign of the zodiac. You know that you want things when you want things, and you want things now. And I think this year is going to teach you how to be patient, how to truly be patient. And it looks like there are areas of your life where you're going to find patience easier to cultivate than others. And the areas that you're having difficulty mastering patience, you're going to have very key people helping you in those areas, okay? So let's go through area by area and let's talk about the energy. So the overall energy for the year is the Four of Swords. So it looks like this year, you're not going to be able to just forge ahead the way that you want to, or forge ahead in the way that maybe you have in past years. And I think this is very intentional. I feel like the way that you've tried to approach things in the past, the quick and easy or the quick and fast way, is not going to work this year. And so you might not even have the physical energy to do everything that you want to do, because the universe knows that if you had the energy, that you would just fly through things. And I think the universe is trying to get you to be very intentional this year and to make very slow and strategic actions this year. And the universe wants you to work smarter and not harder, because sometimes Aries can work really hard and actually enjoys working hard, like actually enjoys doing that. But the universe is going, okay, I know you're a hard worker. I know that's not the problem here. I know you can work hard, but now I want you to work smart. So I feel like there's going to be times on your journey where there's going to be nothing to do and you're going to be like, what the heck? What the heck? But it's the universe trying to teach you how to rest and to understand that you don't have to force everything. You don't have to push everything. You don't have to make everything happen. Sometimes the best course of action is going to be to just relax. And so I do see you maybe taking a couple of vacations this year because you literally have nothing else to do. Like, you make the systems, you make the plans, you execute them, and then you just have to allow time to see your results. And so I do see there being like several times during the year where the only thing that you have to do is to take a vacation. So that's actually, it's not a bad energy. Like, I definitely don't think that's a bad thing. But I think the challenge for you this year is literally just going to being okay with having nothing to do. Some of you Aries might be retiring this year, or might be like switching into a new phase of life. Like, maybe some Aries are becoming parents this year, and you don't have the physical ability to do what you used to do. Maybe you're going to have to rest. Maybe your body is going to be craving rest. And that's going to be a little bit frustrating, even though it's good, because I feel like good things are happening here. There's a lot going on, but it just doesn't require your constant, immediate attention. And that's going to be a change of pace for you. Okay? So the way that you're showing up this year is the Three of Swords. So, like I said, I think this different way of doing life is going to be a little bit of a challenge for you at first. There's going to be some growing pains. Because this isn't you. This isn't your innate nature. Like, it's not an Aries nature to, like, be patient. But it is something that you do have to learn to cultivate in this lifetime. And I think that, like I said, I think you're just going to have a hard time with it. Whereas other people would be like, oh my God, like, you have the perfect life and your life is amazing. You're going to be like, oh, I want to do more. I want to do more. And you're not going to be able to. So I feel like you're having to really, more than anything, it's going to be an internal battle this year. Like, it's going to be an internal battle. Like, I feel like externally, you're going to look really successful. You're going to look really good. Things are going to be going great. But internally, things are going to be really difficult for you. I feel like there's a lot of things changing in your life. Life is just changing. And it might be changing in a way that you didn't think, or you thought it would look differently. And I think there's just a lot of reality versus expectation this year that you're having to deal with, that you're going to be struggling with. But it's not a bad thing, you know? Like, for example, like I said, a lot of you guys might be doing great things this year. A lot of you guys might be, you know, moving up in your company and gaining more responsibility, or becoming a parent, or getting married, or getting into a relationship. And those are great things, but I think that there's a difference between how you thought things would play out in your mind and in reality. And that's what this Three of Swords represents. We have the Two of Pentacles here in your finances, in your resources. So I feel like you're going to be really active in your financial life this year. There's going to be a lot for you to take care of, a lot for you to handle, a lot for you to manage. So, like I said, some of you guys might be moving into a like a leadership position, where maybe you're overseeing a department and you've got to, like, balance the finances for the department. And again, that's not something that you have to do every single day, right? It looks like using that example, it's like you set up the financial system and you work everything out, and then there's like nothing else to do, which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to have. It's just going to be different for you, because I think Aries, you're used to being go, 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 workers, do this, fix this, do that, move there. And this year is like, you might be making more money, you might have more status, you might, be materially gaining and moving up, but there's like less to do. You could also be like balancing, you're definitely balancing two different things. So like maybe at work you have a lot of responsibilities, but at home you also have a lot of responsibilities. So you've got to manage like your finances at work for the company that you're working for, the business that you're working on, and then you also have to manage your personal finances. So it looks like this is a year where you're definitely becoming like a very good financial manager. This could be a year where you're improving your financial status. Maybe you are, improving your savings account. Maybe you're increasing your investments or diversifying your profile, your portfolio, and things like that. And it feels like that's where a lot of your energy is going to be focused on. If I'm looking at the whole year, it definitely looks like you're going to be very, very, very focused. And that makes a lot of sense because we do have the North Node going into Taurus this year. So it's going to cause everyone collectively to focus on their finances. Okay. And this is, if you're an Aries rising, this is going into your second house. So yeah, that's where a lot of your focus is going to be. And that's what I see that the thing is here is with the energy going into the second house of Taurus, which is your sister sign, which is a very slow and steady and stable and strategic sign, whereas you're a very quick, fast, initiatory, let's go, let's move, let's do things. It's just such a different pace that it's like too slow for you. Like Aries is the speed walker in the mall, and Taurus is like the person that's like browsing and window shopping. It's just a different energy. Okay, it's just a different energy. Now, for your friends and your social life, we have the Page of Pentacles here. So there could be a very prominent earth sign person that you're going to be socializing with. So this could be a Taurus person, a Virgo person, or a Capricorn person. But it's someone who is very concerned with the earth plane, right? There's someone that's very materialistic, someone who you're going to be able to talk business and finance with, okay? Which might be exactly what you need. Maybe you do need that type of person, okay? But it's someone who either you're going to relate to in like a business financial way. They're going to be like a colleague, someone, it could be like a mentor, it could be, but it just feels like you're going to be socializing or surrounding yourself with people who are very serious about their finances as well. So, this could be like networking at business events or finance events or like investing events, business conferences, things like that, I feel are going to be more your jam this year, which is why I see with the Five of Pentacles in your fun and romance card, it doesn't necessarily look like this is a year where you're going to be like jumping off of cliffs and, scuba diving. Like, I don't see that. But I do see that you're going to be making more like business connections, work connections, more serious connections that can actually help you to improve your financial or business or career standing. So that actually I think is very positive. But if you were planning on like having like a crazy, exciting, fun year, maybe the next year. Maybe the next year, okay? When it comes to home and family this year, you've got the Judgment card. So I feel like, again, this is a year where you're getting more serious about this area of life. Some of you could be moving in with someone, and it could be a romantic partner that you're moving in with. It's been a long time coming when it happens. It's something that you guys knew was going to happen or have been like planning for. But it's just where you finally make the decision, like, yeah, we're going to jump, we're going to do this, and it's going to work out really well. I just see you getting more serious in this area of life. Like if you've been kind of like, just like renting apartments, this might be a year where you want to get more serious and maybe buy a condo or buy a townhome or, buy a property. And it might be more of an investment property, which is still great, right? It's still good. It just feels like you're getting more serious about this area of life. Additionally, when it comes to like your family, I feel like you're changing your standing in your family. What do I mean by that? It's like, I feel like your family has maybe always seen you as one way, and now they're going to start seeing you in a different way. And it feels like they're going to start seeing you as more of an adult, okay? Like your family just maybe has always seen you as like who you've always been, but it feels like you're making very big moves. You're making big moves this year, Aries. And so your family's going, wow, okay, this person's growing up. And, Aries, you are the first sign of the zodiac. You're the baby of the zodiac, and you're always going to have like a childlike spirit to you. Like you're always going to have like a youthful spirit to you. And that's the thing. I think people just always see you as someone who's like very, very youthful, right? Even if you are older. But it feels like this year, it's like you're making some big decisions, whether that's buying a house, getting married, having a child. You're doing something that's kind of taking you to that next level, and your family's going, okay, wow, so-and-so's really growing up. Not to say that your family, has thought you were immature or anything like that. It's just, they've just always seen you be one person, and that's how they know you. But now they're seeing you as someone different. So I definitely see this as like it's like a maturing year for you. Which again is not a bad thing. Maybe that's what you want. Maybe that's what you need. Okay? All right, now, again, fun and romance. We've got the Five of Pentacles here. Now, I think this is funny that this card came out in this position, because this is like maybe the worst card you want to have in this position. But again, maybe it's time. Maybe it's time for some of you to put down some of your old ways, your old tendencies, your less mature, ways, and to adopt some new mature things. Maybe you've felt like unstable in your life, or like you're not making progress, or nothing's happening, and this is a year where it feels like you're prioritizing, because again, you don't have a ton of energy. So it feels like you have to be very smart about how you use your energy. And so I feel like this is a year where your energy is better spent focusing on your finances and your material world, as opposed to, just bopping around the world and doing different things. However, like I said before, I don't feel like you're going to be alone. Like I said, some of you guys might be like getting married. So maybe this is a year where you're more focused on you and your partner. And instead of you and your partner maybe like bonding and having fun and like experience in life, maybe this is a year where you and your partner are more serious, and you guys are working, and you're working towards goals. because I kind of feel like it's like you're getting a dose of reality this year is what I feel. Um, that's really what I get. It's like you could be achieving something that you've really wanted, but now you're seeing what it really means. Like maybe you've always wanted to get married, right? You've always wanted to get married, but now you're realizing, oh, marriage isn't always that fun. Sometimes we gotta like pay bills and like clean our gutters and, do taxes. And that's not necessarily what you had in mind when you envision your marriage, but this is the reality of what it takes. So that's kind of what I feel here. Or like maybe you're becoming like the CEO in your company and you've like wanted this for so long, you've been working so hard, but now you're realizing like, oh, like, so the CEO like doesn't get to, participate in the potlucks. Like they don't get to like do like casual Fridays. Oh, okay. Like no worries. That's fine. It's just, again, it's an expectation versus reality thing this year that I feel like you're experiencing. Okay. But look at this, health and wellness, Six of Swords. So I feel that this is a year where your health and your wellness is really improving. Again, you're not alone in this area. It looks like, you've got someone who's helping you, who's encouraging you, who's going on the journey with you. So this could be like you find you make a friend in yoga and that's like your accountability buddy and you guys are like really committed in keeping each other on track. Maybe this is a year where you get a personal trainer and they're helping you to get towards your goals, or you find a doctor that you really align with that really listens to you and really is going to help you to figure out, maybe a health problem that you've been dealing with. So you're definitely moving away from one chapter of your health life and moving towards a better one. So that's really great. Like you're improving, which again might be related to this. Like maybe, before you would be out late drinking and partying, and though that may have been fun, maybe it wasn't conducive to your health. And so you're letting go of that. You're changing something in your life, changing your lifestyle habits, but you're improving in another area of life. And I really see that. Like ultimately, I really see that your life is definitely improving, but it's just going to look completely different by the end of the year. But it's what you need. I ultimately feel like it's what you need, and it's very destined. Like it's just time, it just feels like it's time for you to go to that next level. Okay? We've got the Strength card here when it comes to your love and your relationships. So it feels that you and someone else are going to be facing things together. So I definitely don't feel like you're alone this year. I know I've said that a few times, but I really want to like just reiterate that you're definitely not alone. And any challenge that you face this year, anything that comes up this year, there's going to be someone that you can contact or work with, or that can support you. So that's really encouraging. And I feel like you're going to have things this year where you're not going to want to do them alone, right? You're going to maybe experience things for the first time. Like, for example, maybe some of you guys are buying a house for the first time. And it's a really daunting thing to buy a house. And it's a really complex and complicated process. But you're not going to be alone. You're not going to be alone. And that's what I can say here about your relationships, is that you're always going to have someone to support you. Always. If you are in a committed relationship, I feel that you and your partner are going to have to overcome some sort of challenge together. So I don't feel like there's issues between you and the person. I feel like there's external issues that you're having to combat together. For those of you who are single and don't have a relationship partner, I feel like it's going to be, you're going to be really developing a relationship with yourself. You're going to develop this resilience this year, like you and your inner self or your inner child, or however you look at yourself, however you relate to yourself, like you and that entity are really going to be developing a tight bond this year. And again, even if you are doing something alone, it's like you're always going to feel like you've got the support of yourself. Like this is a year where you're going to learn how to have your own back. Okay. So for career and business, we've got the 10 of Swords here. So this is an area of life where I feel the biggest transformation. So some of you guys could be completely leaving one career and going into like a completely different career, or like shifting industries, or leveling up and letting go of an old way of doing career. So like maybe you've always worked in like a support position, right? Maybe you're like always been like an assistant, or like a secretary or something like that. And now you're moving into more of like a management or an administrative position where it feels like you have a lot more autonomy. It feels like you're making more money. It feels like work is no longer such a big part of your life, okay? Like I said, for some of you, you could be retiring. So you're like completely leaving the workforce. I definitely feel that for some Aries. But I also feel that the way that you've interacted with your work, or the way that you've shown up at work, is completely changing. So maybe you've been like an hourly worker and now you're going to be a salaried worker. And so the way that you kind of like do your work is not the same. It's not so much like the strict clocking in, clocking out. You might have more flexibility. You might be able to work from home. You might be able to work anywhere around the world. And so it's good. It's just different. And like the way you interact in the workplace, like maybe now instead of having like a lot of coworkers, maybe you've just got like one person you report to. So it's maybe the same thing, but it's different. Or maybe you're in a position now where you're telling other people what to do, whereas before you were the one that received orders. Maybe you're more, instead of being told what to do, maybe you're more of an initiatory position. Maybe you're the one that's like overseeing, like a project manager sort of thing. For others of you, you could be leaving the workforce to start your own business, and that's going to be a whole journey in itself. So there's a big change. There's big changes coming in your career life, which makes sense, Aries, because at the time of filming this video, we've got Venus in Capricorn in your 10th house about to go retrograde. So that's going to change a lot about your career. It's going to change a lot about your public standing. It's going to change the way people see you from the career and business standpoint. So be ready for that. You probably already sense that or feel that, but I definitely see that here. That's probably the biggest energy that I see right now. Okay. But overall, with that all being said, the outcome of the year, we've got the Two of Swords. Okay. So you've still got more decisions to make. I think this is a year of great change for you. There's going to be some like uprooting, upheaval, lots of changes. And I think by the end of this year, you're going to be a completely different person. You're going to see life in a completely different way, and you're going to be interacting with life in a completely different way. And I feel like at the end of next year, like this time next year, you're going to be looking at the year that passed and go, wow, here's what I liked, here's what I didn't like. And there's still going to be more changes to make for 2023. You're going to go, okay, this I did like, but this we need to tweak. Or this was good, but I want it to be more of this. Or I need to add this back into my life. Like, it feels like to me, like if there's any way I can feel about this year, it's kind of like, I feel like you're like a battery, right? You're like a battery. And if you have an iPhone, this will make sense. But on the iPhone, when you have low battery, your phone asks you, do you want to go into like power saving mode or low battery mode? And when it's on low battery mode, your phone is functioning at like, you know, half capacity. It starts saving things, it starts conserving things, it shuts certain things off, certain functions off, so that way it can make your battery last longer. That's kind of what I feel this year is for you. It's like you're operating on low battery mode. You're still efficient and you're still getting the job done and you're still going to make it through the year. But by the end of the year, it's like you're going to want to get out of low battery mode and you're going to want to be like recharged. And so that's how I feel this year is going to feel for you. It's like, you know, you have the potential to be this full battery. Like, you know, like you have so much more capacity, but you're not going to be able to operate in that full capacity. You're going to have to operate in this conservation mode. And you're going to do it. You're going to be effective at doing it. And you're going to learn, okay, wow, I actually can dial this back. I actually don't need as much as I thought, or I was, you know, in excess in this area of my life. I can cut it back. I can work with this. I can do this at this, you know, smaller scale or with less than I thought. But there's also going to be areas of your life where you're going to go, but this I can't compromise on. This I need to be at 100%. This I need. And so going into 2023, you're going to know exactly how to function. So this definitely is a transition year. It's a learning year. It's going to be a slower year, but it's going to provide you with so much valuable information about yourself and about life that moving forward, you're going to be so successful. And I think people are going to see you as someone who is very smart. Like, people are going to be like, okay, yeah, that's a really smart person. I see what they're doing. Okay, I like how they're running that. I like how they're doing that. So, yeah. All right, Aries, so I am going to do an extended reading here. I am going to go deeper into the energies here. I'm going to get some clarification cards here to get more specific information. I'm also going to pull some oracle cards to get specific messages for the year for you. So if you want to go deeper, if you want to learn more about your 2022, then I invite you to join me in the extended. The link for that's going to be down below in the top pinned comment as well as the description box. All right, so I hope this helped, Aries. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you will like the video. Leave a comment and subscribe to the channel with your notifications on so you know when I post another video. And I will see you in the next one. Have a great year. Bye.